some real money in the room.
You said you got the name King while after you came out of prison. I'm curious.
When I first started hearing it.
When you first started hearing it, what led you to go into prison?
Man, I actually took a case for one of my homeboys.
What?
Yes, I actually took a case.
What you mean you took a case?
Well, just like I said, I took a case. You know what I'm saying? I ended up getting picked up, for a case that happened like 6 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I ended up getting picked up like 6 weeks after that. And I did not fit the description at all. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I tell people, I tell them the story. And as a prosecutor, I never been a hold like this a day in my life, but I really got hold. Like, and the lady looked at me and told me, she said, we know you're not Red, but we know you know who Red is. And if you don't tell me who Red is, this next court date, you're gonna be Red. And so I was Red. Facts.
That's some of the most fucked up shit.
Right.
That I've heard, and I believe it.
Man, it's facts.
I believe it. So what ended up happening the next court date?
Man, I ended up, like I said, getting some time. I didn't know I wasn't gonna take the time, so I ended up going to trial or whatever. And I had a hung jury, came back, went again, then they gave me 20-year sentence. So I made it back.
So a hung jury, what is that? What do you mean by that?
A hung jury is like well, people say you're guilty, some people say you're not guilty, Like I had 6 people saying I was guilty, 6 people saying I was not guilty. And 6 people saying I was guilty of robbery and not aggravated robbery, shit like that. Right. So I ended up getting a 20-year sentence.
For the robbery?
For the aggravated robbery.
Man, you took it to trial or?
Yeah, I actually went to trial because I actually really didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? But I kept getting in trouble. I kept, when you're young, I was out on bond, catching cases, dope cases, and, been getting in trouble since a juvenile, you know what I'm saying? So, man, when I was 15, they tried to give me 40 years. I almost got, but I had beat certification. Man, I went back to my cell and I cried like a baby, I ain't gonna lie.
What is beat certification? What does that mean?
Like, where you try to get certified as an adult.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I actually had a robbery and I had an aggravated robbery at the age of 15. So I had the robbery first, you know what I'm saying? This is all juvenile. And then I turned around and I caught an aggravated robbery, so they tried to certify me as an adult. So I never we had a caseworker. So he came in that day, he told me, he said, I got some good news and I got some bad news. He said, what you want first? I said, the bad news. He said, the bad news is
no, for real.
No. He said the bad news is you're not going home today. He said the good news is you beat certification, so the most they can give you is 6 years. Right. Because I was 15 years old at the time.
Right.
So I ended up, I ended up going to boot camp and then I ended up going to BBH and then we had a ride in BBH and then I went back to boot camp.
What was BBH?
Bernie Bailey home. It was like when I finished boot camp. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It was like
a placement?
Yeah, it was a placement. It was a placement from when I got out of boot camp. You know what I'm saying? They had like a lot of, I guess, less violent offenders and shit, dope cases and shit like that.
In boot camp?
No, at BBH, at Bernie Bailey home. No, when I was in boot camp, I was in there with
JLA?
Juvenile
Leadership Academy.
Yeah. Matter of fact, it was they actually moved it to Katy, but at first it was called West Side Command Station.
Oh, okay.
This was like 96, 97.
Yeah, man. And
then I got out of boot camp like August the 17th, 2000. Oh, no, I'm tripping, 97. 97 when I got out. I'm tripping.
Yeah, so you were kind of in and out.
As a juvenile. Once I started going, I started going in and out, you know what I'm saying? At a young age. I think the longest I stayed out was like 18 months when I got out at, matter of fact, that was the longest I stayed out. When I got out of boot camp, the next time I got in trouble was 1998 as an adult.
Yeah.
And that was the longest. I stayed out until I went to TDC and they stretched me out right there. I only been in prison one time. They just stretched me. They made me a believer. This November gonna be 9 years for me, free.
Oh man.
Right. And that's why I changed my life.
9 years free. That's something to congratulate. You know what I'm saying? That's something to congratulate, bro. You've had a very interesting life. You know what I'm saying?
But I had the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
No,
What you mean by that?
Like I said, I had the best of both worlds, man. You know what I'm saying? No R. Kelly shit, you know what I'm saying? But you know the hell that. But I had the best of both worlds, meaning like, you know what I'm saying? Like I came from money, so money don't impress me.
Right.
I don't respect the real. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of time people don't understand keeping the real is a simple yes or no. It's not hard, man. If you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. You know what I'm saying? But you have niggas, you know how to seen niggas do this a lot of time. A nigga they'll lie to his homeboy and keep it real with a nigga he don't know just to show this nigga I'm real. And my homeboy, he already know he'll get over it, but it don't work like that. I'm gonna keep it real with my partner, with my bro, my fam, and nigga, I don't know you. You feel me? That's really how it is. I'm really old, law. You know what I'm saying? That's why the way I move right now, I move like that. I move with like-minded people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm for real, man. Shout out to the foe, man. The whole DMGF, man. For real. Big J, Taco, the whole crew. I don't want to just get too loose in the booth, you feel me? But yeah, man. Shout out to the guys. Free the guys too.
Yeah. Yeah. So
you there? Yeah.
I'm curious. So at the time when you're fighting your case, and you know, does your homeboy know that you got picked up?
Man, yeah, it was a crazy story, man. No bullshit. He know. I think at the time, he knew that it was. I don't know if they knew if he knew they were looking for him or not. I'm not really for sure how that turned out. But matter of fact, this is what I do remember. I remember coming home when I got out on bond, right before I had the second trial. I remember coming home and when I got out on bond. Matter of fact, I didn't see him for like 2 days, you know what I'm saying? And then when I did finally catch up with him, I mean, he kept reading, man. I so appreciate it, man, for not, you know what I'm saying, for not saying nothing. At this time, I ain't had no time. But you know what's crazy, man? He wrote me. Like, I had already caught the phone case. I was on Tilford. He wrote me. I guess he thought I was getting ready to come home. I had already got a set off, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, man, I so appreciate it, you know what I'm saying, for doing what real G's do, man. And real G's don't talk to the cops, man. And I showed my silly Shaggy. Shout out Shaggy, man, the real one. That's my dog. Shit, so free Shaggy, man. And man, like I was telling Shaggy, man, I told you I ain't do this shit. He like, damn, fam, you actually really did some time for another nigga. Yes, I did, man. But in all reality, it was a blessing because it saved my life.
Hey, real tone, it's some real money in the room.